Hello everyone, my name is Cecily Lee. Now I'm doing my second internship in Switzerland in Cesaris colleges. And my position is Learning Resources Training. In this 10 minutes video, I'd like to divide by three parts. The first part is about some basic introduction of my internship. And second is my internship learning objectives. And third is internship personal self-assessment. And the last, then I will give you a conclusion of what I learned and what I improved from this internship experience. So basically, the learning resources training can be divided by two parts. The first part is about the museum collection, and second is about the library. Because Cesaris College is quite special, because in 2016 we have a museum collection cooperate with Cesaris College in school. So during my daily time, I sometimes have to provide some tour to the guests. And every Wednesday, the museum collection is open to the public. It means we have some guests from outside. They just interesting to the museum collection. Then I have to give them some introductions and the tour for them. And the rest of my internship, I'm doing my job in library. So my job description of a librarian is to rent and loan the books to the student, and during the daily life, organize the bookshelves. And when students have some problem about the printer or something like that, or Mac, they can come to me. So I have to help them also. And I have two colleagues work with me. Is Miss Pugh and Miss Andrea. Miss Pugh is head of learning resources, but she's not work 24 hours. He's not work all the time in Cesaris Beauvais, because she's always working others as each group, like SHMS, Co, or Lausanne, or HIM, Montauk. So, but I still can see her frequently once a week. So, and I more work with Miss Andrea. She's the manager of museum collection, and also she's manager of the library. Yes. So about my internship learning objectives, I set two objectives for myself. As I mentioned before, I have to work in museum collection in my first term in Cesaris College. So I really expect I can work in first 2 weeks, know well about every important cookbook or the contemporary menus or some items in the museum collection. Then I can provide a great tour to the guest. And how to measure this is to provide some practical tour to the staff who works in administration office, and also Miss Florentel, who is the manager of a academic office. Yes, and it was very hard because later I will show some pictures of the museum collection. Then you will see how many items in the museum collection. It makes me a really big challenge for me. So I use this little tool for me to remember everything. This is the catalog of the museum collection highlight, and I have inside I have some like someone who analyzes important stuff, or like this like description of every single pictures or artist. So it's a very good tool for me to remember, and like I can use this one to help me to correct myself if I remember wrong, or give me some more story I can tell to the guest when we're doing the tour in the museum collection. And another objective is I wish I can in first month can compile records, shelf books, and issue received library material such as magazines or journals, and also locate library loans and replace material in the shelving area. Stock or file according to identification number and titles. So this part is more about the library. I wish I can in first month can handle everything, can handle every if students have questions, they ask me. At least I know the answer, and then I can give them the correct way to show them how to do that. So this is my these two are my internship learning objectives, and I also use so many tools to help me. And for example, I write down everything in my notebook to help me to remember the record or something I need to do, and the steps. The steps I need to help students to loan the books or to check in the books, like that kind of things. And very unfortunately, I have Miss Andrea and Miss Pio stay with me, can help me and to help me to solve the problems, and they always forgive me my mistake. Well, now I will talk more about my personal self-assessment. So I will use a tool as a SWOT to measure do I improve my personal behavior in my internship. So first of all is the strength. I think I did very well in my induction and arrangement ability. So these pictures, it shows what I did to the most of my collections at the bookshelves. Actually, Miss Andrea gave me a week or at least 3 days to arrange every single book in the Muslim collection. I think I really did a good job. And she, of course, she said I'm really good at that. So this is my strength of my internship. I also have some weakness point because I'm not an English native speaker. So I think when I provide in a tour, I still have some space for me to improve my English, like pronunciation, or the quality of the tour. Like I have to attract the guests in first minute, otherwise they will just lose them listening my story. So I think this one is still I need to improve. And yes, and I also need make my tour more funny. It can make them like feel there's not a boring tour for them to listen. And about the opportunities, Miss Andrea and Miss Peel, they did opportunity for me. Like in the first week, I just did my first tour in front of Miss Andrea, and it was not very well because I forget some very important point I must mention in the tour, but I forget it. It means I lose a big part of that. And so Miss Andrea just encouraged me, like I still need to remember that. And she did a perfect tour in front of me, and also Miss Peel did that for me. So I learned directly from them to learn what I should mention and what I can talk and what is the visitors they more interesting and what they want to listen. Then I can provide. Then I can just make my tour be what they want. About the threat, I think the biggest threat of this Muslim Collections tour is the feedback from the guests. As I mentioned before, I did lots of practical tour to the staff in the school, like the administration staff, the colleagues, and also Miss Florentel. And according to feedback from them, I think I improve my quality of the tour. It pushed me a lot. It pushed me to the way what they exactly they like. So I think that's a very great threat for me. So now, in a nutshell, I think from this internship, I really do learn a lot from this position. Basically, in the library, it's like more like I know the environment in library or in the learning resources center and what the people that work here, and I really enjoy the life here. And in the Muslim collection, I think makes me my greater more fluent English, and when I performance the tour, I think I have more confidence to face the guest. Thank you for listening.